Did they just send a nuke?
Incoming.
No, that's not a nuke, is it? What the heck was that? Did anyone see that? It was so small and so ineffectual. My God. Super ineffectual. I don't even want to know what I think about that. Today, we're going to be taking on Marathon itself. And who we're going to send? None other than Damon Greeley with the Daedalus Shipyard. They're going to go right into the heart of the enemy and hopefully cut it out. Now, coming around on the outside, we've got Fleet Group Pogo in Helios Delta. We've got Fleet Group Trainee out in Helios Gamma. We've got none other than Gisela herself holding down the fort at Vergen out in Helios Beta. And then after that, we're going to be pushing in with the Daedalus Shipyard, and we're going to have the BSG-75 holding up the rear as we try to push our way in towards Chapter 13 or Marathon. That is the idea. But first, we're going to give it a little bit of a rest because we've been jumping non-stop, and we've got to hold on to Artilleum just a little bit longer and hopefully deliver some additional fleets in the form of a Jupiter Battlestar, a couple of Minotaurs, and a couple of Rangers as well. So that's going to be given over to Fleet Group Security, and they're going to be able to shore up their defenses. Now, we have delivered a brand new Atlas carrier, and we're going to go ahead and transfer that on over to Fleet Group Security so they've got a little more potent presence here in Gnosis. So let's just go ahead and just end the turn, and we'll see where the Cylons go. So we've got incoming to BSG-75. They've got 6,900 points of power in this fleet battle group, and BSG-75 is going to be facing off against an unknown force. Really interesting that we haven't had the opportunity to get our... We haven't had the opportunity to auto-resolve. Where are our Dreda's contacts? Right here, yeah? Oh, right behind. Yeah, that's so strange. Look at that. They've got 4. I'd imagine that they really don't have much to stop us with, so we're just going to go ahead and turn around and beat him over the head with a sledgehammer. That is the Battlestar Galactica, yeah? So let's make this happen. We're going to make sure that both of our Manticores are in the defensive posture. We're going to go ahead and select one and then crank that over to the left and climb. We're going to do a little bit of the same, but come out the opposite end and climb. Everyone else is going to launch all squadrons, and we're just going to crank it on over and dive. And that is it. Super simple. Although I suppose the top Atlas needs to climb a little bit and go. There they are. All brute force all the time. That's the Bunny League way. All brute force all the time. On the approach. All right, Manticore.
On it, Commander.
Get high. I'm actually going to get into a neutral posture just so that we're a little more maneuverable. Really crank it on over. Climb like that, because the closest who's going to do all the detection is really the lead Manticore on our left side. Our Atlases are just going to go ahead and just turn into them so that we can actually get closer. We are turning around with our Jupiter, and we're turning around with our Artemis. Just dive, dive, dive. Nothing fancy at all. And go.
Hostile unit identified.
We've got a Nemesis. Is it 4? I'm not seeing any Raider squadrons come on out. We might have 4 Nemesis, 3 Nemesis. I'm assuming the last one is a Nemesis as well. Okay, I mean, I'm fine with that. That's totally fine. Well, let's go ahead and give them a little bit of a party favor. Have a nuke. Have a nuke. Absolutely. And we'll go ahead and send another one, this time out to the far right. And then we'll be able to deal with the others inside the cordon. So just dive, dive, dive as we approach. And we're going to get all Mark IIs. Select the remainder.
Squadron target is confirmed.
There we go. And end. Off we go.
Hostile unit.
Oh, they sent one. Did they just send a nuke?
Incoming.
No, that's not a nuke, is it? What the heck was that? Did anyone see that? It was so small and so ineffectual. My God. Super ineffectual. I don't even want to know what I think about that. Look at that. 4 Nemesis. Let's go ahead and crank it on out. We're going to dive off. We'll peel. Evasive maneuvers. And we're actually going to crank in boost thrusters. And we're heading right for them. Not afraid at all. And everyone else is going to do the same. Boost thrusters. No finesse whatsoever. Sledgehammer time, right? Sledgehammer. And off we go. Yeah,
Manticore is taking damage.
Evasive maneuvers my butt. That did not work. we took a significant hit there. This nuke is not really being deterred right now. It's coming right up the tailpipe, and this one is traveling quite a distance. Let's go in and peel off to the edge like that. This guy got hammered so hard, my god. Well,
Yes, sir.
repair the armory, and we're actually going to focus fire right on that nemesis, whatever's left of him after that nuke. That's going to be hilarious. And let's get to shooting. Right now we've got our Jupiter, we've got our Artemis, gonna fire munitions, and we're gonna send them right into the same target as all of the Viper Mark IIs, and off we go. There's a nuke.
Fighter squadron is taking
Oh
fire.
yeah, that guy's down. So much for that. And that guy, he's got a little bit of a present there too. Oh yeah. I feel bad about our Vipers. Aren't they a little close? Oh well, you know, they're easily replaceable. They're easily replaceable, I say. I'm obviously more focused on the battle stars and the cool stuff. Here, let's actually pull back, and maybe we'll target the elite instead, and then, you know, we can actually deal with the rest with our capital ships. We're actually gonna turn off boost thrusters. We're gonna crank on over hard and get some port salvos into those guys. We're just gonna continue to dive with the Jupiter and the Artemis and peel off to the left, and let us also bring this around. And we're actually going to stress the engines. It's going to stall us out for a second, but I think it's going to be a good day indeed. And then we're just going to crank it on over and come it around the backside. That's a really good day right there. Excellent. And let us go. Yeah, that sucks for that guy. There's two left. Well, there's one left. There's that guy. All right, that guy. Yeah, brute force. Sledgehammer it all the way home. There it is. High five. Easy peasy for the BSG 75 and Battlestar Galactica. Amazing. Go Silas Nash. You know what? You get a cupcake today. You get a cupcake. Good job. Good job. What's the equivalent of a Battlestar cupcake? I mean, I suppose if you had nukes on top, and then it's like the cherry right on the top, right? Chance of casualties, 7650 versus 4000 fleet. Chance of casualties, 0%. Auto-resolve. That's Gisela we're talking about. Amazing job. She just owned those Cylons in the face. Love that. Okay, so now we've got a little additional delivery right here. We're going to get that Minotaur, and we're going to transfer it to security fleet group. Fleet group data list has hit the maximum. That's not where we're sending it. Can't we go to fleet group security? Right there. Confirm. And we got another one right here. We're going to transfer over to fleet group security. There it is. So now fleet group security slowly rounding out. They've got themselves an Artemis Battlestar, they got themselves an Atlas carrier, and two Minotaur gunships, looking a lot more solid on the field. If we go over to the build ships, we've got one turn until they also get a Jupiter. I mean, at that point, once we get that Jupiter online, I think I'm actually going to peel off and get the heck out of Dodge, right? That's not too bad. And we're going to join up on the BSG 75. Currently, in intelligence, we are getting plus 200 per turn. That is insane. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the turn, rest it again.
Detected a Cylon strike fleet,
And
sir.
we are good. All right, so let's just deliver this Jupiter. We're going to go ahead and transfer it over to fleet group security. Oh, they don't even have the points. My God. My God. That's embarrassing. Okay, well, tell you what. Can she get a little bit of an upgrade here? Miss Charlotte Randall. Seems like you need a promotion. We can do plus 2,000 fleet points. That sounds great. That should allow you to accept the glorious gift that is the Andes. Right to fleet. Oh my gosh, no, she's still not quite there. Okay, well, you know, for another day, can we take that on? No, that's pretty expensive. Even for fleet group data list, that's pretty darn expensive. I suppose we could do without a Ranger, but that's blasphemy. We could do without an Atlas carrier. If we were to detach, let's say the Loki as an example, and we were to get that Jupiter, is that enough? Nope, we're 700 points over. That's insane. All right, well, you know, it'll be there for you when you're ready for it. How about that? It'll be there for when you're ready for it. I suppose we can also dump off one of the Minotaurs, maybe dump off the Atlas carrier, detach the Atlas carrier, bring on the Battlestar. That's the ticket. And we're going to turn the Battlestar into our flagship. Great. So she's sitting pretty in that one. Okay, well, now's the moment, right? We're going to go ahead and get the data lists. We're going to jump on in, and we're heading on over to Zeus, and we're going to do the same and jump with BSG 75, and they're going to run rear guard. Go and confirm, and let's end the turn.
Detected a base star group.
Oh
sir.
boy, she's gonna have to defend herself. Oh crap. There are multiple fleets located at Zeus. Which fleet should commit to the battle? Well, I don't want to lose any of our firepower from the fleet group data list, so it's going to be BSG 75. There are multiple fleets located at Gnosis. Which fleet should commit to the battle? There's 1,800 points. It's going to be fleet group security.
Battlestar group is
And
under
there we
attack.
go. So we've got a little bit of a brawl before we make our way to Marathon. It is a marathon, so we've got to pull a little bit of a relay in order to cover Damon Greeley's assault. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 contacts for Silas Nash. We already saw his incredible battlefield prowess, so we're going to want to make sure that he's going to be able to keep that going. We've got our Artemis right here, and we've got the Jupiter, and let us proceed. At least we're facing in a general direction that we'd like to. We got the Battlestar Galactica herself,
Prepared to jump in 3.
and she's got
2,
Battlestar artillery
1.
all over the place. Siege of Zeus. Atlas carrier stack, Manticores, Artemis, Galactica. The namesake. All right, so Manticores, defensive posture, same Bailey drills, same thing. We're gonna go ahead and bring this on up.
Yes, Commander.
And cruise on in. We're gonna come
Understood.
along the two sides of the formation. We're gonna get the Atlas carriers. We're gonna launch all
Understood.
squadrons, boost out, and we're just gonna get in as quickly as possible. Dive, dive, dive. Our Artemis is gonna do a dive
we
in
all.
their direction, and we're gonna go ahead and launch the Vipers right here. And we're gonna do a little bit of the same with the Jupiter, and they're gonna come out on the outside and launch the Vipers
Launching alert
like
Vipers.
that. Excellent. And let us go. So very simple plan. They kind of outnumber us, believe it or not, but hopefully the nukes are gonna quickly level the playing field. There we go. All Vipers have been scrambled. Let's go ahead and send all Vipers, and we're going to get right to the heart of it, right? I want that target right there. So not what is likely to be a nemesis. I want that one.
Understood.
And we'll get them right down the middle, and we'll just continue to cruise.
Hostile unit identified.
Nemesis left. 4 squadron carrier capable Cylon ships. Nemesis right. Well, I mean, while I should probably wait on the nukes here, but I guess popping off the Nemesis on the right and the left would be pretty potent, and then allow us to strike from the sides so we can dominate, crush the right and the left with the nukes, and then sweep on and then get a nice pincer going. That might be how I play this one. So, all right, Silas Nash, let's go ahead and toss out that nuke.
Nuclear
Nail
strike
that,
prepared.
and we're already going to say you are dunzos, and we're going to fly right between the right flank and the right Nemesis for that group, and then we're gonna stay in a defensive posture, break right some more, and toss out that
So
nuke
say we
right
all.
there, and then everybody else is just gonna continue to boost on in and dive. And I think we are good. And turn. All right, triple Nemesis, and they're shooting guided munitions. That's not it though. That whiffed it.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
We got quad Talon, triple Nemesis. Seems about right. Let's go ahead and get 4 of the Viper Mark IIs. We're going to go ahead and select just the lead. I guess they'll pull them back, grab that Raider squadron, and then we'll get these 4. And we're going to go ahead and select not these Nemesis, not that guy. Actually, no, the war drivers. Yeah,
Yes,
hit
sir.
those war drivers. We want to get them out of there. Speaking of which, maybe we can have the Raptors run interception. Is that possible? So we've got Raptors on our Atlas carriers. We can say defend, boost firewalls, board. Let's defend. And we're going to go ahead and defend, I suppose, just... Let's defend the lower Atlas, the Hemira. And now we're going to go ahead and boost in. Full speed. Get on out. And we're going to do stay in defense. And we're going to peel off like so. I'm going to have both the Atlas carriers. And we're going to turn off boost thrusters, stay in a neutral posture, crank it over, give the side. And then what I'd like to do is get the Battlestar right here. We'll dive off,
On it,
we'll peel
Commander.
off. We can always flak out left. I'm going to go ahead and send guided munitions in towards the outside Nemesis.
Understood.
And we're going to do a little bit of the same. We're going to crank over, dive down, and we're going to send guided munitions out to the outside nemesis, and we'll go like that. Here we go. Big hits on the Manticore. He's cranking out. Bottom's open. There's a nuke. That's a nemesis down. There's a nuke. That's a nemesis down. High five. So now their 7 becomes 5, and we've got 6. So that's phenomenal. Now, obviously, we've got our Vipers in on this War Driver. We've got Raptors running defense right here. The War Driver seems to be turning in on the Battlestars. This guy's almost down. Oh, Heavy Raiders. Never mind. Those aren't the War Drivers. Okay, I stand corrected. I totally thought they were going after the Atlases, but maybe they're changing course, yeah? Either way, it doesn't matter. I think we've got this. So we've got our Manticore. Come off boost thrusters. Go into an attack posture. We'll kind of come in on the oblique. We'll dive down and target the outside Talon. Our Atlas carriers going to an offensive posture. We'll dive down. Keep the right on where the Raiders are. And then we're going to go ahead and just offensive posture to extend our range with a Battlestar artillery. And we're going to do a little bit of the same with the Jupiter. Like so. And let us hold. Here we go. Snap that off. Targeting the Nemesis. This guy is at 8. At 5, and he is out. So all Nemesis have been removed from the field. That is great. So how are we doing with all of our Vipers? Are there any other Raider squadrons? So Talon, 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 Talon. That's it. Okay, that's fantastic. Let's go dive deeply.
Understood.
Way out to the rear here. We're going to an attack posture, and we're going to crank it in. And we're going to go ahead and focus fire on the lead Talon on that side. We're already doing the same out here with this Manticore. Just slow our roll, dive down, looking good. We'll go ahead and stay on the outside, dive down, and focus on the lead Talon on the outside. And then both of our Battlestars are going to go ahead and just make sure that we're squared right off and diving towards the outside Talons. And I think we are good. So end turn. There they go.
Manticore is taking damage.
My god. Manticore on the bottom still has armor. They're not going to have much very soon. Okay, so these guys are dunzos. They're so done. I don't see how they can get out of this one. That was masterful use of the nukes, really. Such strategy, such depth. My gosh.
Yes, Commander.
Incredible. I don't even really feel like I should probably adjust this. I mean, we'll just keep diving. We'll slow our roll here a little bit so that we can actually have our turret on them. And we're just going to go. Off we go.
Manticore is taking damage.
Nice on the Talon. 70. 70. Our Manticore is probably going to blow right by. Yeah, that's on. Oh my. That Manticore is almost done. My bad. All right. Well, tell you what. Let's go ahead and boost. And we're going to get the heck out. I don't know if we're going to make it. Hopefully we will. We're going defensive, and we'll just crank off, lead the way, and we'll just make sure that we're squared away on the oblique with the sides, and our Battlestars are just going to keep cruising on in. Fire munitions right to the lead, and focus fire right to the lead. Perfect. And let us go.
Manticore is taking damage.
Yeah, that guy's open. Yeah, our poor Manticore. I don't know if he's going to make it. 9, 8, 6, 5, 3. Oh my god. Well, this Talon is down. That Talon is down. So maybe we should get away from these Talons, but something tells me I might not be able to. That's a little rough. So it'll be a miracle if he survives, but if he does,
so say we all.
God, he's gonna have stories to tell all his kids, right? He's gonna have some stories to tell his kids. That's honestly one of my greatest achievements as a commander or an admiral out here in the Colonial Fleet is making sure that all my peeps are going to be able to have the most impressive stories to tell their next of kin, right? So if they survive. So let's go before we think about it too much. Our Manticore is at 2. I don't know he's gonna make it. 1. Oh, we lost the Manticore. Oh well, he's not gonna be able to tell his next of kin. Well, naturally he did a good job for the Colonial Fleet. Good job for the Colonial Fleet. I might have noticed that one a little bit late, but you know what? He did a fantastic job. Good for him. He shall be remembered for the next at least 60 seconds. All right, here we go. Hit this guy. Or maybe 10 seconds. 20, 12, 10. That guy's done. High five. Good job, Silas Nash. Oh man, that was the Knicks. That was one of our veteran Manticores out there. Oh well. I mean, he lived a lot longer than one would think normally, right? There we go. So good rear guard defense. Fantastic job by Silas Nash. They're a dime a dozen. Well, we'll get a few more. Don't worry about it. Auto resolve for fleet group security. Fantastic job for them. Look at that. They're already getting things under control. An 83% chance of casualties. Well, that's not good. Emergency jump. My gosh, that's horrible. And we are looking fine. All right, well, we got to get them out of here. Let's go in and have them jump. And they'll group up here with Silas Nash. How about that? And fleet group security is just going to chill. And now's the moment. We're going to get the dataless and we're going to relay this in. Jump right over to Marathon. That's the stuff. And go.
Jump.
And turn.
Battlestar group is engaging hostile.
Auto resolve, chance of casualties. You know what? 20% chance of casualties. I'll take it. And they win. No casualties. Great job. And fleet group dataless. That's the stuff. Here we go. Chapter 13 at Marathon. Fleet group dataless. So final check before we do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Dratus contacts. We've got Viper Mark IIs queued up in dataless shipyard support. We've got the same. We've got a Raptor Viper Mark IIs. We've got guided munitions on the Jupiter Battlestar. We've got Viper Mark IIs and Raptors on both of the Atlas carriers. All guided munitions on the Rangers. 1 Minotaur gunship, 1 nuke. That's the way that Damon Greeley rolls today. So I definitely want on the edge. We're going to have the Atlas carrier out here. We're going to have another Atlas carrier stacked right on top. The Odin on top of the Loki. There it is. We're going to have our Rangers pulled back. Like so. And they're going to be sticking together. We're going to have our Jupiter out on the outside and low. And we're going to have our Artemis behind and low. And we're going to have our Manticore high up. Let us go. Damon Greeley at Marathon. What a guy. What a guy.
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2, 1.
There it is. The dataless shipyard. And all of the accoutrements.
Jump complete, sir. Multiple Dratus contacts.
6.
All hostile.
There's a Cerberus right off the bat. Oh my god. Clear the Cylon mustering point. You got it. All right. Bastet. Let's go ahead and dive on down.
So
Turn right. We've got our Artemis. We're going to dive on down as well. We're getting ready to cruise. We're going to get our Atlases. And I'm actually going to crank them over to the right as well. Just to provide the port broadside. We might as well be in an attack posture already.
On it, Commander.
There it is. And then we're going to make sure we're in a defensive posture. We're going to crank out to the left and climb. I'm going to hang on to the nuke. I know. Seems strange. Why would I hang on the nuke when I've got such a golden opportunity to smack a Cerberus in the face? Because I think our Battlestars are close enough. I think it's going to be okay. We'll go in and toss off 4 salvos of guided munitions their way. And then we're going to go in and select everybody, launch all squadrons, and let's go ahead and end the turn. Here we go. Incoming, we've got a Revenant. Triple Revenant. 1 Cerberus in the center. Oh my god, look at all those guided munitions. Insane. So right now, right behind, we've got Talon, Revenant, Cerberus. I stand corrected. So we've got 2 Talons. We've got 2 Revenants, 1 Cerberus, and unknown in the distance, yeah? So we're going to go ahead and get 4 of the Mark IIs to 1 Talon's squadron. Let's just select. Oh, actually, on the Cerberus squadron, now that I think about it, there it is. Raider squadron. And we're going to send the other 4 right here. Not the Talon, but the War Driver squadron. There we go. There we go. So they got a new target. We got our Manticore. I feel like I will send that Actually, I'm going to send a nuke out to a Revenant and pop the left side so we can cruise by and get to the rear there. I don't know what's out there, but nuke out early.
Yes, Commander.
Send it. Climb. Rangers, just slow your roll. Honestly, you don't even need to get fancy. Just slow your roll.
Yes, Commander.
And climb on up. Just kind of float there and look pretty as you bash people's face in with all your missiles. Look pretty and bash people's faces in. That's the Bunny League way. And then the Jupiter is going to square off, focus fire right on the Revenant. We're going to get the Artemis, and we're going to hopefully be low enough. We might be able to get the Battlestar artillery on, but I don't know. I don't know. That's going to be tough. Focus fire right on the Revenant, and let us go. Here we go. There's the Cerberus. We are deploying nuke. So far, so good. Atlas still good. Solid hits. Huge breach in the front.
This planet behind for good. It doesn't feel right bringing your people back out here, Commander.
Why were you out here, Sam? I was worried sick.
I was being a hostage, mostly.
Oh, really?
Mostly?
The operation was classified. You know the drill, Lena. I'm sorry.
Hostage to whom is the question. Okay, so just to double check, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Every time they start talking, it makes me think that there might be more Dratus contacts I wasn't aware of, but glad that's not the case. We're going to have both of the Atlases continue to focus on the Cerberus. They've got a huge hole right in the front, so that should come down pretty quickly. And we're going to go ahead and crank it to the left. And I'm actually going to select both of these, go into an offensive posture. And I think guided missiles, send it.
Missiles on the
I really
way.
want to do the drive-by and just get that guy out of here. I want him gone as soon as possible, right? Oh, we got a Minotaur here. It's not an Artemis, my bad. That explains a lot. That explains a whole lot. All right. Well, hopefully we'll be able to detect this. I am seeing unidentified squadron of some kind, so it might be another Talon, might be another Cerberus, who knows? Or maybe even a, I don't know, a shipyard of some kind. Let's go ahead and end. Tops open. Cerberus is falling. And yeah, that'll do it on the Revenant. Fantastic.
Fighter squadron is taking
And that
fire.
Revenant is down. Beautiful. All right, hull check. Our Minotaur is a little worse for wear. Our Atlas carriers are fine. The Manticore, the right side's getting pretty busted. This Cerberus is almost down. So let's go ahead and crank. We're going to go to a neutral posture. We're going to bring the Atlas carriers to start to crank on over.
Yes, sir.
I suppose they could just continue their... I guess they could continue the oblique and get a shot on the Talon as it comes in, but I want to clear space for our other ships to maneuver. We'll go in and get the Minotaur out of there, at least crank to the left, and then we'll start to approach with the Jupiter. And we're going to go in and focus right on the closest with the Cerberus. All of the Vipers, we've gone to Talon, we got a Talon, we've gone to Raider Squadron. Let's go in and hit that thing. And then the Rangers are back on up. Fire munitions, and I want to hit that lead Talon closest to us. Offensive posture, and we're going to peel in and hold. Just hit anybody. I don't know what's coming our way. There's no way this is it. All right, that Cerberus is down. This Talon is the next target. Front's completely collapsed. Munitions inbound. I'm actually going to go to the next Talon already. Yeah, I'm going for the next Talon because this guy is done. That Cerberus is done. There isn't much that they can send. The Cylons are going to have to jump in reinforcements before this gets even nastier for them. So here we go. Peel off to the left.
On it, Commander.
Give him the broadside. We're going to go already focus. Well, actually, yeah, we'll focus on that guy. The moment he collapses, we'll naturally switch targets. This Minotaur, the front and the bottom are busted. We'll go in and give the side. So we'll stay low.
On it, Commander.
Coming on the oblique, the Jupiter-class Battlestar is going to peel off just a little bit, coming on the oblique. And so far, so good. Rangers already fired the salvo. And this Minotaur, the right side's busted. So let's peel over and dive. Still no idea what this is. So actually, let's stay in the defensive posture now that I think about it. And we're going to go in and peel off, even though the right side's weak. And let's just hold. Incoming. Talon's getting hit.
Hostile
Talon's
unit
falling. We got another Cerberus in the back. That's what we got out there. Makes sense. The right side is getting hammered, but we still have 11. We got 10. Incoming. Arachne.
Commander, multiple new Dratus contacts.
All right, they're right on top of the Cerberus. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We don't get any of those, so that's okay. We've got the Rangers prepped and ready. Fire munitions. There's that Talon. I mean, I say we just hammer our way through. Anything standing between us and the enemy, we just hit the next and hit the next. Let's hit that outside Arachne. We're going to go ahead and speed this up so that the travel time for these shots are lower. And we're going to go ahead and square off with a Manticore. The right side almost as a whole, so we're going to start to turn into the side of the Arachne. These battle stars, just make sure that we're going towards them. Minotaur is diverting course. And I guess both of our Atlases, we're going to go ahead and boost and come in a little bit faster. We're kind of slow, you know, a little bit slow. Jupiter's up, guided missiles. We'll send them directly into that Talon. And how are we doing with our Vipers? New target, Raider Squadron, that's fine. End turn. One of your ships is going to collide. Oh, our Atlas. All right, fair enough. Let's go ahead and boost thrusters. Apparently he didn't get the memo. And we're going to dive underneath. And there it is. Perfect. That's looking a lot better. Go. Talon. Oh, maybe. Nemesis double Arachne. Nemesis double Arachne. They've got torpedoes inbound on the Minotaur. And they're hitting on the top. So this Talon, his right side still has 39. But I can't tell. I think actually he's turned away from us. So I think he's getting it in the left side. So that's great. Our Atlas carriers are still fine. The Bastet is still fine. And our Rangers... Oh, I didn't even realize the Rangers were taking damage. Oh my gosh. That's not good. Well, tell you what. Let's peel off for a second. We'll split. And this is the one that's taking the hit. We're going to go into a defensive posture. Because we just got to take a turn off. Select the target. Talon, Arachne. We're going in on, actually, the Nemesis. So they're fast. He's fast. It'll work. Off we go. Hits on the Atlas. Impacts there. Talon's down. Nemesis bottom is open. Guided munitions into the Arachne. Oh my god. Music is so cool. Great. Look at that. Right into the side. Focus fire right on the Arachne. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Atlas carriers. Boost thrusters off. Offensive posture. We're going to go in and crank it on the oblique. Give the right side. Actually, you know what? Change that. There we go. That's a little better. And then we'll get the Rangers to change facing. And we're going to select both the Rangers, fire munitions, right on the rear Arachne that we're not targeting directly. The Jupiter is staying right below. Focus fire. I guess focus fire on the Nemesis. That's totally fine. Our Minotaur is still good. And let us hold. Here we go. Good impacts. Right side's almost open in the Arachne. This Nemesis is done. There it is. He's out. All the hits to the Atlas. That's the top. Right side still at over 100 points on the armor. That's great. So just focus the Arachnes. I think that's it before the Cerberus, right? Yeah, there might be more. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Let's actually start to bring ourselves over and start the descent towards that Cerberus. Rangers, just let's peel off and let us go. End turn. All right, Arachne at 34. It's getting crushed. 26, 22. Good impacts. Left side open on the Arachne. This guy's got 4. Everyone else is going to crush the remaining. So just start to veer right. Just keep it steady. Keep it steady. Don't change it. Don't change it at all. And descend. I'm actually going to get the Rangers. We're going to peel over. We're going to be in an offensive posture. We're going to fire munitions, but at the Cerberus instead. Send it. That's 4 salvos. End turn. That's one Arachne down. Everyone's naturally switched. Focus fire. 2018. 6. Enemy down. Beautiful. Just the Cerberus now. Phenomenal job by Damon Greeley and the Colonial Fleet. My God. So say we all. What a guy. What a guy. Okay, so we're a little bit far away. Don't know if we're going to be able to catch up there. There's no point in really changing this. We'll go ahead and boost. We're going to get a little bit closer. Actually, I think I'm going to boost even with the Jupiter. We'll go ahead and send off a salvo as well. So make that 5. Make that 5 coming in from a distance. Full burn. And I think that is good. End turn. How is he doing? God help you. God help you, Cerberus. You've guarded your own gates to the underworld. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and just go to a neutral posture with a Manticore. We're going to double back because I assume there's going to be more that we have to deal with, yeah? And I'm going to hang on to the munitions for a Ranger. Something tells me we're going to need them. And we're just going to continue the course. I mean, I suppose we'll crank over to this side while boosting. And off we go. Here it is. Front is now open. There it is. 116. 102. The top is open and it rapidly falls. 32. My gosh. Don't change it. Don't change it. And let's finish this guy. He's the last one on the field on the mustering point, yeah? End turn. 29, 26. That is the way. High five. Good job. So epic. Jesus.
All contacts are dark, sir. Muster point is cleared.
That is the guy.
Now we strike at the snake's head. It is time to end this war.
We got our beach landing. This is how Damon Greeley does it. I'm not even going to talk about this one. Just watch the pure brutality. Oh my God. Revenant down. Wow. All the rest is old school, old-fashioned, non-stop artillery and munitions. God, this game is so cool. Jeez. Arachne's inbound with a single nemesis. They hit our Ranger pretty hard. Oh, wow. Oh, see, that explains a lot. So I was hurting myself. Maybe they need a little space, right? We should probably do a Ranger stack now that I think about it. Those were coming out the side. We would have had more effective fire if we weren't hurting ourselves. But not bad. Not bad. Jeez. I will admit, should I use anything but the Viper Mark IIs? They're so good. Wow. Nothing left at all. All right, and then it's just the Cerberus. That's it. Shots on. Wait until the missiles start to hit and he's gonna open up like a tin can. There it is. The top's open now. Have at it, boys. Yeah, open. Completely open. High five. That is awesome. I'm curious what's left. We got one more fight, right? Proceed. All right, so is there anything we need to do to prepare? We're currently at Marathon. I don't think there's anything to do. I think he's got everything that he needs. Officer, can we improve Damon Greeley's opportunities at all? No, he's like maxed out. That guy is on another level indeed. Okay, well, what do we have?
We're as close to ending this war as we've ever been, Commander.
Avalon is Klothys' base station. Sam never saw less than 3 base stars guarding it while she was held hostage here.
And it won't be easy getting in close to the station, Commander. But that's exactly what I need you to do.
A raptor?
For what purpose?
I believe Admiral Sarkis is alive and on board that station.
That's absurd. I'm not going to risk our one shot at eliminating Cylon Command for a single officer who may not even be alive.
It doesn't matter what you want, Admiral. Sarkis is still your superior. And as his praetor, my operational command outranks yours.
Oh.
Sam!
Klothys is not the only player in Cylon Command. Their chain of command is much stronger than ours. We need Sarkis alive if Colonial Fleet expects to remain intact after today. Commander, I'll take my Raptor out to the base station from Galactica. Keep me covered while I lay demolitions and find Sarkis.
Wow, she's got
With
her
luck,
hands quite
we'll buy
full.
some time to convince the colonies to quit fracking around and work together. The Cylons will recover, and they'll counter hard after today.
All right. Base station designate Avalon has capacity for the mass manufacturing of Cylon capital ships and personnel. Escort Praetor, Agathon, and Galactica to objective coordinates. Expect extreme resistance. Requires the presence of the Galactica at the mission marker. Oh crap. Okay, so we have a bit of a layup to do here. We've got to bring BSG-75 on over. So let's go ahead and do that jump. We're going to go ahead and jump our Atlas carrier out this way. And we're also going to jump the BSG-75 out that way as well. Go ahead and confirm that jump and let us hold position and
Cylon
turn.
escort group has been detected.
All right, we're all grouped up. BSG-75 proceed. I mean, who are we? Postpone? Postpone.
New Ranger has been deployed.
So we need to actually regroup here, right? So what do we got? BSG-75. Let's go ahead and transfer. We've got fleet group data lists. I guess we can just replace, right? So let's close. We're going to go to fleet group data list. We're going to go ahead and take the Bastet, and we're going to go ahead and detach the Bastet. We will then absorb BSG-75's Galactica. We'll transfer that on over to fleet group data list. It feels weird not having Silas Nash there, but we're going to transfer the Bastet over to BSG-75, and he now has... We basically just swapped our Jupiters, right? Yeah, that's good. We've got Rangers as well. I think, yeah, they can absorb it. We'll just kind of group them together. We're just going to chill here.
And as his praetor,
I don't think we need to jump anywhere, so end the turn.
Yours.
Sam!
What do we got?
Klothys is not the only player
Auto
in Cylon
resolve.
Command.
Yep.
Their chain of
Gnosis.
command is much stronger than ours.
Done.
We need Sarkis
And
alive.
we are
if
going to
Colonial
proceed to
Fleet
Chapter 14 in Avalon. Here we go. Chapter 14, Avalon. We're going to take the Battlestar Galactica all the way in. So Daedalus Shipyard, Jupiter, Galactica right here. Just double check. We need it to be online. Viper Mark IIs. We've got the Raptors looking good. In theory, you know what? Since we've got the Rangers with the guided munitions, I'm actually going to switch on over to torpedoes. And we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, we're going to have to be really close, but that'll be interesting. Let us proceed. Requires the presence of the Galactica at the mission marker. That's Klothys' space. We've got 4 Dratus contacts, right? 5 Dratus contacts left. We've got our Manticore. This looks hard. With the Rangers, we might need a Ranger stack. So let's go ahead and lean over to one side. We're going to lean to one side. We're going to do a Ranger stack so we don't hit ourselves, right? It doesn't have to be so tight. The Atlas carriers, I suppose we can have them lean over to the left. Like so. We've got our Minotaur gunship a little bit to the back. And we got the Battlestar Galactica right there. And let us go. Come on, we can do this. If we dominate one side, then we're only fighting enemies on the other, right? That's the plan. We crush the right side. There's 4 contacts on the right. And then we send the Praetor right on in to Klothys' base. That's the plan. That's the plan. We crush the right.
Sir, it's Avalon.
I'm headed there now.
Oh, right now? Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Wait, do I have a say in this? Where are you? Oh my god. All right, well, Manticore, defensive posture, extend radius range, and we're gonna head a little bit off to the left. There's a numerical advantage on the left. We're gonna go ahead and crush the right side, hopefully, and then we will be able to attack, change our front line like this. Yep, so let's get both of our Atlases. We're gonna get the Jupiter, the Daedalus shipyard, launch all squadrons immediately. Atlases are gonna boost, and we're gonna head directly in towards Clothus's base. Stay low, Minotaur, Jupiter, crank to the right on oblique, and we're just gonna stay low, and then the Rangers are just gonna offensive posture and divert to the right and slow our roll. That's probably all we got. End turn. We do have to get the Galactica out to Avalon. We have a Revenant here. We've got an Arachne in the lead.
Commander, the victory you seek here will be fleeting.
And?
The war ends today, Cylon.
No, Admiral. It will not.
Well, that's pretty matter of fact. She seems pretty confident there. Let's got an Arachne here, we got a Revenant here, we got an Arachne, and we've got a Revenant. Okay, Arachne, Revenant, both sides. So very equal. I want to crush the right, so I'm going to go ahead and launch the nuke, but we're going to go ahead and focus on the Revenant on the outside. Actually, that's the closest target. Let's hit that Arachne. We're going to go ahead and get both Atlas carriers. We're switching on over to an attack posture, and we're going to just slightly break left, give them the right broadside right on the Arachne, focus fire on the Arachne. We're going to have our Battlestar Galactica. We'll drop down offensive posture. We're going to focus fire along the outside. Actually, no, focus fire on the Arachne, and we'll send torpedoes towards that Revenant.
Missiles on their way.
We're lower, and then we can also attack the Revenant. So fire munitions with the Rangers, and I want to attack that Revenant on the right side. The Minotaur is just going to be driving. It doesn't matter where the enemy is. He's just going to cut their formation in half. And then I guess all of our Mark IIs, they've got to have squadrons flying out right now, right? Unidentified. I guess not yet. Oh, there it is. Heavy Raider squadron out here. Let's get the Heavy Raider squadron that's closer right there. And off we go. End turn.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
All right, we should see that deployment soon. There's the nuke on the way to the Arachne. Incoming munitions to the Revenant. I like that we're not hitting each other right there. So Rangers are switching over to a defensive posture, and they're going to zigzag out. The Jupiter is going to oblique right, and we're going to split a little bit. Our Atlases already where they need to be. That's great. And Manticore, I feel like the Manticore should probably heal off now. Right now I'm seeing a Cerberus. I'm seeing another base star. Oh my god, that I did not expect. We got a whole freaking base star over there. Arachne, double Revenant, and a Cerberus and a base star. I'm assuming they've got a double Arachne, double Revenant or something on the right side. So just keep it up.
Squadron is taking fire.
Good hits on the Arachne. Revenant is getting opened up in the front. Just brute force. There we go. Arachne's down. Our Manticore
is taking damage.
is starting to get busted.
Commander. Don't leave me hanging out here.
Oh my god. Why'd you get there so quickly? That's all I have to say. Defend Raptor Squadron, wait for Praetor Agathon 3 rounds. Oh my god. How are we defending them? How are we doing that? This lady's crazy. She's super cray-cray. All right,
Yes,
well, we're
sir.
moving. We're going to
Yes,
be
sir.
repairing engineering at the same time. I'm actually going to go ahead and take our Atlas carriers, and we're going to give the port side here to the oncoming Revenants and Arachne. And then we are already busting this Revenant. I suppose let's go ahead and send guided torpedoes. Launchers are reloading. Great. Minotaur, I'm going to start to crank it
Yes,
over to the
sir.
Clothus, because I'm not too sure what's going on back there. Yeah. Rangers, bring the stack
So say we all.
in. Just this guy. Just that guy. slow our roll.
Yes, Commander.
Offensive, and we'll go Rangers, fire munitions. I'm actually going to hit the lead Arachne right there, because this guy is about to get the Galactica in its face, right? So go.
Manticore is taking
Nice
damage.
hits. Revenant is down. Atlas Carrier's still all right. Launching squadrons
Missiles
here.
incoming.
All the shots to the Jupiter. We lost the Manticore. We lost the Manticore. Holy moly. There's a lot going on right now. Well, how are our Atlases doing? So far, so good. So far, so good. The Manticore was the main target. Minotaur is a little bit weaker. Rangers are all right. The Jupiter is about to take a massive hit, so we're going to go fully defensive right here on the Galactica, and we're going to crank left. Minotaur is going to divert. We need to get those guys. Unfortunately, we don't have the extended range we were looking for. Let's go ahead and boost out, and we're going to come on out to the right side, gain some distance, and I might have to get the Rangers to scout for me or something, right? And in the meantime, Atlases, just do your thing. Let's go ahead and focus fire right on that Arachne where the guided munitions are headed. And how are our Vipers doing? We got a Raider squadron out here. I mean, we got to handle the right side before we handle the left.
Yes,
Go.
sir.
And then all the Raptors, I suppose we shall say, defend here. And let's go. All right, incoming. Our Jupiter is at right in front, it's getting hammered. No idea what these are yet. Our Atlas
IFF
armor is
confirms unit
dropping
is hostile.
rapidly. This is the top. Yeah, the Atlas left on the top is dropping rapidly. Moving over to a defensive posture there. We've got to rotate them. We rotate back. That's not going to help. And we're just going to keep the other guy going. Oh, they got a freaking base star there. Okay, never mind. We don't have superiority on this side.
So say we all.
Since they shot the salvos, they probably have a double base star here. Oh my god. Well, stay low, Rangers. You know what to do. Munitions to the base star. Offensive posture. And we're going to do a bit of a flyby here. We've got our Jupiter focus fire on that base star. They're going to open a hole and we're going to dump all the firepower right into it. And how are the Vipers? Base star, unidentified. We've got to hit their squadrons. We're going to have to leave this up to our capital ships. End the turn. Incoming munitions. Oh boy. Left
Missiles
side's
incoming.
collapsing.
Squadron's gone dark.
Hull is
Atlas
falling.
is taking damage.
There it
Data.
is.
Crater. Update.
No sign of Sarkis. This place is close to empty. Deployed 4 of the 7 charges. Be ready to blow it all once I'm clear.
Huh. Okay, so where are they? Can you imagine if they're on one of the base stars? And that's the one we're blowing up? Wow, that would be embarrassing. Well, here we go. Hard crank, hard
Yes,
crank.
sir.
The left is completely open. We're going to go in and give them the oblique with the Odin. Still in an attack posture. For the Jupiter, we do have 1 turn until we can fire torpedoes again. So let's not change it. End turn.
Atlas is taking damage.
Good hits. Base star down. Yeah, we've cranked it hard enough over. That might be another base star. Minotaur's left is collapsed.
Commander, your attack dog has found me. Time to reboot to your backup, robot. There is no backup for me, Praetor. You know this already. I know you wouldn't risk your own safety without some kind of fallback plan. Not even for your beliefs. Maybe. I pray for your evolution. Praetor, Commander.
In a weird sort of way, are we hurting ourselves? Because Clothis actually seemed to have some kind of, I guess, be open to diplomacy in a way. And we're getting rid of Clothis, and who do we leave behind, right? This seems weird. All right, well, tell you what, just keep cranking it over. Give the right, and we're going to give them the flyby. Right now, the Minotaur, the left side's completely open. Let's hard crank. It's basically Jupiter and Rangers versus whatever the heck that is.
Yes, Commander.
Keep it rolling. We can't fire oh, we can fire munitions already. We probably should. Let's hit the lead. Viper Mark IIs. The Raiders. I mean, gosh, we keep hitting the Raiders and everything. Yep, do it.
Understood.
Do it. I'm going to send 4. And we're going to hit a different target. There's the Revenant. There's the Revenant. There's the Cerberus. I kind of want to strike at the Cerberus, but that's not going to fall fast enough. And we need guns off the field. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and get a read on this. I have the Jupiter already. Let's get Battlestar Galactica. Our torpedoes are going to send to the unidentified. I assume it's a base star, which means that thing's not getting out of the way, right? So here we go.
Minotaur is taking damage.
Minotaur right now, left's open. There are a bunch of torpedoes. They're impacting. They're impacting right there. So those are torpedoes.
Sam, hurry up.
Last charge is set and ready for you to light up, Commander. Just make sure we're clear before you blow it all away.
Wait, how do we blow it up?
Admiral Sarkis?
Alive. Barely. It will be a while before he's on his feet
Wow,
again.
good job.
Colonial Fleet is still yours, Kane. For now.
Commander, we've done it. Priority target is Avalon. Let's clean up.
So we
and
just got to
go
blow
home.
that thing? Aha, 396 out of 400. Defend the Raptor Squadron. I don't even know where it is. I'm assuming, yeah, well, we got to blow that up, right? We got to blow that up. Okay, well, Rangers, you're on tap. You're reloading right now. Let's go ahead and peel off. Jupiter, refocus. Focus here on the Avalon. We've got, I mean, gosh, we'll just keep cranking it around. Give them the butt. We got
Yes,
the right
Commander.
side. Focus fire on the Avalon. There. The Minotaur. Focus fire right on the Avalon. We're going defensive and repair to the armory. And I think that's it. I think that's all we can do. All Vipers are just running screen right now. Let's just let them do their thing. And let's end.
Minotaur is taking damage.
It is a base star. He's got a big hole in the front. That Avalon's down to 265, 250, 220, 200, 168. Looking pretty good. And the Battlestar Galactica still has some armor. The right side's down to 19. I'm actually going to peel into it, and I'm going to redirect, and we're going to go ahead and focus fire right on the base star, because we eliminate this, we safeguard our right side, yeah? Rangers are up. Fire munitions, hit that base star. Let's go. Good hits. There go the munitions. 106. Looks like we downed a Revenant. That's at 6. I mean, we're naturally going to shift when the time comes. Let's go and just keep cranking it with a Locust. Our Atlas is still good. Our Minotaur is somehow still alive. We'll just crank to the left to protect the left. And I think we're going to be all right. End the turn. There it is. Base star down. The right side is ours. Shots to the butt. The rear is at 46. Avalon down to 24. 19. 10. 5. One more. It has 1 hull remaining on the Avalon. Not too bad. And we haven't lost anyone else. Not yet. Minotaur on the right, it's at 35. The left is gone. So, I mean, that's probably better than anything else. We're fully defensive. Gonna go in and just keep turning in circles here. Go and
So say
pull
we
down
all.
this way. And the Jupiter is gonna crank on over to
Yes,
the rest. But focus fire and get that last shot in. We've got torpedoes. Let's go in and send it right at the other base star. And let's go. That's a wrap. Avalon down. Avalon down. Nice. Torpedoes away. Nice. High five. There it is. What do we got? So we lost 1 Manticore. That's not too bad. God, the music on this one's insane. Man, I didn't know we were coming up against base stars there. Pretty epic. I was like, they're not moving. Torpedoes were the right call then. And Galactica lives once again. There's that Revenant. And the Arachne. We clear the right. Our Manticore took it in the butt. Poor Asteria. Have to pay respects. Yeah, our Galactica is fully defensive. I don't even know what that was. Oh yeah, our Atlas completely lost armor on the side. Had to rotate it out. But it survived in the end. That's all on that Atlas carrier. They want to do it in. All right, torpedoes to the base star on the right side. Got a big hole there now. Battlestar artillery. Atlas carrier and the Minotaur. Double Ranger. Man, Rangers are so powerful. They're squishy, but powerful. Golly. Look at that. All right, base star down. There's another where that came from. Holy moly. Where's the camera? There it is. All right, what do we got? Wow.
There are those who believe that the war out there began here, with Avalon, with Colonial Fleet. They are wrong. It began when the Cylons were created. They were always going to rebel, for war beats in the heart of their creators. Something sinister exists at the fringes of all life. Even the Cylons, synthetic and artificial, were not immune to greed, hunger, violence. The war continued for a decade after the battle at Marathon. As the Cylon presence grew, we shrank into the primitive dark, further and further backwards, looking for salvation from our own technology. We disconnected our networks. We destroyed Idris. We prayed. But it wasn't enough. They held us by the taut thread, ready to cut. And then, without warning, the Cylons agreed to an armistice. The war was over.
Wild.
They left the 12 colonies. We had survived the rebellion of our own tools. And over time, we even grew to forget their absence.
Oh, that's not good.
They wouldn't return for another 40 years.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. Well, there it is. Holy moly. Man, I have to say, when I first played Deadlock, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it had nice style and panache. That was about it. But now that I've been watching the show as well, I have to say that that's a really good primer. It's A, it was fun and entertaining for me. B, they really nailed, I think, in the replays, they really nailed the TV style. And my gosh, the gameplay is so much fun. I know I've played other games like, let's say, Battlefleet Gothic Armada number 2, and I remember that being really cool, but it didn't have the same sort of replay where I felt like I'm right up there with the capital ships, and that's, I think, a huge strength for this series. So thanks so much for recommending it to me. Thank you so much for gifting it to me, and thank you so much for coming along for the ride. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to at least check out some other campaigns or something like that. So anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, please feel free to like, share, or comment down below. It helps us a great deal. I had a total blast. I hope you did as well, and I can't wait to get into the next one with you. Have a wonderful night.